Welcome to the Big Four Accounting Firms podcast, brought to you by big4accountingfirms.com and the Big Four Accounting Firms YouTube channel. Before we get started, just wanted to remind everybody to support us if you have a chance or if you can. Even $1 helps, and we have a link in the description to a website called Buy Me a Coffee. It's just a way to donate to us and support us. Again, any amount is helpful so that we can keep putting out content. And there's also other ways for you to support us in the show notes to this podcast or on YouTube in the description. In today's podcast, we're going to talk about E&Y's news about partner promotions. E&Y has been trickling out their partner promotions around the globe, and it appears that they have 831 new partners this year. Now, last year they only had 600 promotions to partner. And this year it's 831. And that's a pretty significant bump. And it's probably due to COVID-19. Last year they were way too conservative and they missed out on some revenue that they could have gained. I mean, we know KPMG definitely did last year, but now E&Y went way and above and beyond what they did last year. It's almost, well, it basically is about 40% growth in new partners. And you have to remember what I'm talking about here is partners admitted to the firm. So it's not total partners. That'll change year over year. I mean, you're gonna have these new partners, you're gonna have partners retiring. This is just the new partners. And typically they admit new partners in line with their revenue growth. That definitely will not be happening this year. It won't be 40% revenue growth over last year. And if it is, that's pretty insane. And we'll have to keep an eye on what it relates to if the partner growth is that much. But this year, it seems like the Big Four are back in a big way. The economy's bouncing back. And I mean, I think it's bouncing back for the Big Four because it's really the largest companies in the world that took advantage of what happened during COVID-19 and absorbed smaller businesses and the whatever business those small businesses lost or whatever they went out of business. The bigger companies took advantage of that. And as a result, the Big Four accounting firms are growing, and they're growing substantially, as we see with E&Y. They feel comfortable enough in this environment right now to admit 830 partners. And I think the reason they're doing that is because there's so much work out there that if they don't admit this many partners, they're going to lose market share. They're not going to gain on the PwC and Deloitte. They're going to lose ground. I don't think they'll lose ground to KPMG at all anywhere around the world. But I mean, they're going to keep losing ground to PwC and Deloitte if they don't make this move. And the other thing to remember about E&Y is they have a lot more people than all the other accounting firms except for Deloitte. So they're always more aggressive, and they do that on less revenue, which leads me to believe that they pay less than the other accounting firms. So that's something to consider here too. But they'll be releasing their revenue pretty soon because they're not promoting people to partner without knowing what their financial numbers are. They're just finalizing their global report and the breakouts. So we'll be seeing that at any time, but this is good news. This is good news for people looking for jobs at the Big Four accounting firms, for trying to be partner at the Big Four accounting firms, because it was looking pretty grim last year, but this is really good news. So that's the podcast for today. We just want to provide a quick update. I'll probably be trying to do this for the other ones as the partner numbers come out. So make sure to subscribe and stay up to date and support us financially through the Buy Me a Coffee link if you can. And if you can't, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks for listening.